Welcome to the Game 4 here on game day number 3, the final game of the tournament here at the Global Basketball Summer League. I'm Nick Mattis, along with my partner here, Nick Anastas. We like to affectionately call each other the East-West Connection. I'm from Northern California, Nick's from New Hampshire. I've had the pleasure to work 4 or 5 games here with Nick here in the 24-game schedule, and my pleasure here to do the last game of the tournament with you, Nick Anastas. I'm really excited about it.
Well, you and I have put in the work for sure, right? I mean, in some way or another, we've been involved in all 24, whether behind the camera or in front. So it's been the end of a quite an extraordinary journey.
Absolutely, and here we go. We're underway here. The Finnish select team is in the white. They'll be going from our left to our right, coached by Mikko Larkis. The dark jerseys are the Windsor Express. They'll be going from the right to the left here. This is the consolation game. These teams lost their first games, but they came back to win their second games. They want to end this tournament on a high note. Driving to the hoop and laying it in with his left hand. Beautiful shot was Lamont Middleton, 6'2" out of Hungary. We've got players from all over the world here in this tournament. It's been a showcase of talent. Players, referees. We're here in the media, we're doing the same. There's a breakaway and a hammer slam with the right hand.
Wow.
Devontae Upson. Boy, he's given us some highlight slams throughout the tournament there.
Upson's got some ups, doesn't he?
Absolutely, and he shows it all the time. Helsinki Seagulls is the team that he plays for overseas. There's a three-point attempt off the iron there. Mac Arvidsson offline on his first attempt. He's a three-point assassin. Look for him to take a lot of three-pointers from three-point land, and he usually makes most of them. With the basketball, Davion Carter plays for the Harlem Globetrotters. He's got the ball back. There's a long three-pointer. No foul called. He was looking for one. Shot clock violation, but we got the ball coming the other way. Beautiful body control up and onto the glass, lays it in. The bank is still open. We're getting late in the afternoon here. Shot blocked by big 6'10" Kyle Meyer. Back we come there, the Windsor Express with the basketball in the black jerseys. Going right to left. Trying to get on the scoreboard. Oh, it's 4-2 here. Anton Waters, fall away jumper from the corner pocket. No good. Three-point attempt, no good there. Davion Carter. Right now, Nick, the pace of the game is a little bit fast. Both the teams running up and down the court. Little bit sloppy to start here. Almost 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes into the game. 4-2. Finnish select with an early lead, Nick.
Both teams are trying to, I don't know if it's rust or what, but trying to de-thaw maybe here early on in the early going. The defenses are sagging, I think, a little bit. Other than that Upson slam, I think both teams are trying to wake up a little bit here in the last game of the tournament.
I call it a feeling out process, Nick.
Yeah,
I don't know if you like to use that word.
No, that's right.
Feeling each other out a little bit. Nobody can get a lot of momentum here. Nick Mattis with Nick Anastas. We got Nick doing double duty too here. Well done here. We're going to pay you twice for this game here, Nick. not only having to do the color for me here and having to work the board here for us. So this is Nick Anastas, a true professional. Let me tell you, from New Hampshire.
Well, we don't play around up there in the Granite State.
You certainly don't. Your Patriots are #1 team in the NFL here. Boston Red Sox, a lot of great athletes, a lot of good sports teams down there, Nick. And I said down there. I don't. Was that okay? All right.
How about over there?
That's okay, fine. Very good. Let's use that. Much better. There's a three-pointer just as on cue. Mac Arvidsson drops it through the net. Net barely moved right there. Great shooter, Mac Arvidsson.
Good lob.
And there's the two-hand slam with the hammer slam.
Yeah, it was Middleton, though, with a beautiful pass over two defenders, able to float it over the top. And then here's Watson with the steal off the inbound.
Spencer with the two-hand slam, and Watson's going to miss the three, but nice offensive rebound here. Another opportunity. Arvidsson finally gets the loose ball. Here come the Windsor Express.
Well, 6-6 here, and as Arvidsson lets it fly, we've seen him heat up from downtown over the last couple of days. We know what he's capable of, and that's certainly something, I think, for the Finnish team to keep an eye on. They don't want to see number 3 in black get hot.
Well, he's 1 for 3 to start with. That three-point attempt hit both sides of the rim before it came out. Had a good look at it, but decided it wasn't going to go in. Arvidsson stopped on a dime there, left some change, though.
Yeah, he was slightly floating to the right, though, when he released that.
There's the foul call on the play there. Devonta Upson went to the hoop there.
Yeah, Upson's going to be a problem, right? I mean, he's got size, strength, length, and athleticism. I think he's got an advantage over anybody on the front line for Windsor. They're going to have to collectively, I think, try and contain him.
Pulling up for the jump shot. Rim hits up twice on the rim, but falls off.
Yeah, there's Meyer with a strong rebound, Nick. He's going to have to be big in the post.
Big Kyle Meyer, 6'10", 230-pound Houston Cougar.
Speaking of getting big, here's Waters.
That was a bull there in the China shop as he was trying to work his way around. There's a beautiful pass and laid in with the right hand on the fast break right there. Jadante Fry out of Nicholas State used the glass, just kissed it lightly off the glass, and it drops through. 8-6 here early. The Finnish select team with the lead. Adding to their lead there. Nice little bank shot.
Yeah, that's Loatman with the finish, and we saw Upson lead the break there with the dribble. Upson more than just a big guy who can throw it down. He can lead the break as well.
He can do it all, and he's showcasing his skills here in this showcase situation we have here at the Global Basketball Summer League. Coach Newman doesn't like what he's seeing on the team. He's got a bunch of changes he wants to make the next time out here. Wants to stir the pot a little bit, get some different ingredients on the court. In the meantime, the Finnish select is padding their lead. Have it up to 12-6 here. Timeout called.
Well, Roger Loatman has provided a spark for the Finnish select squad over the last couple of minutes as he gets to the rim for the second straight time. Able to finish with the left hand. We talked yesterday about how explosive he can be off the dribble. He's certainly been a difference maker. The pro from New York plays for the Bullets. Off to a good start, and his team is as well, doubling up Windsor 12-6.
You're precisely right, and it was a perfect timeout again. These coaches have done just a superb job throughout the tournament of cutting the momentum. When one team seems to get some momentum and build a little margin, they call the timeout and their teams respond. We've seen it throughout the entire tournament. And sure enough, Coach Newman here for the Windsor Express calls the timeout, gets his new players onto the court. Didn't like the ingredients that he had out there. Is going to stir the pot a little bit, see if he can't come up with a better formula.
And speaking on the trend of responding out of a timeout, I think that just shows the fact that these players are buying in to what their coaches are saying. They're not just here to go out on the court. They're here to receive direction as well, and I think that's important.
And they do a good job of taking it, okay? They get it, they take it, and they use it. There's a three-point attempt on the way. No good. Here come the Finnish select team with the 6-point lead. Jump shot on the way, off the back iron and out. In the black, the Windsor Express coming down to try to cut into this lead. Driving to the hoop, pulls up, off the glass, a little too strong, but got the rebound, but get out of here. Out of the house, big Connor Voss.
Representing Columbia very well with that right hand rejection.
6'11", or excuse me, 7'1". I don't want to cut a couple inches off of big Connor. There's a nice drive. Traveling before.
Wow.
Gotta like that, number 7 there.
They may be able to travel when on tour with the Globetrotters, but not here in Vegas.
Oh, that's sweet right there, Nick. Very good.
He picked up the pivot foot a little too early.
Davian plays for the Globetrotters here. They do quite a bit of traveling, as you mentioned there. Very good. Nice defense here being played here by the Windsor Express. Finish select with a 3-point attempt. Nothing but net.
Yeah.
Loatman, just on cue. You had already talked about his game, Nick, and drops a 3-pointer and extends the lead here to 9 points. 2 minutes, 55 seconds left. Only 6 points in the quarter so far for the Express.
Yeah, great start for the Finnish team. Meanwhile, the Windsor squad gets a second look here, but they are just out of rhythm right now as an air ball flies.
Davian Carter there, maybe doing a little bit too much one-on-one here. Needs to look to get his teammates involved. Back we come, though, with Windsor Express with the basketball. Oh, nice defense right there.
That's Oris, who was active yesterday in the semifinal, where, as he gives a smile here to his coach, she flashed the hands. He was active on the full court press and proved to be one of the better defenders. And here, proving to be a pretty good lobbyist as well as the call is overturned.
Very good. Hey, he did a nice job, Matt. Nick, he stripped him down low, and when the ball did go down low, I thought it possibly could have gone off the offensive player, and that's what the officials saw.
Yeah, tough to tell, but certainly the referee had a better angle there on the baseline.
And these officials are outstanding.
Yeah, literally some of the best in the world are here.
Nice rebound, offensive rebound, put back up. Third attempt is back up and in, good.
Well, that's again Loatman keeping it alive. The 6-foot guard had the initial putback opportunity, which of course led to his teammate Xavier Brown on the weak side having a chance now to go to the free throw line. Loatman doing a little bit of everything. He's the high scorer with 7. He's active on the offensive glass from the guard spot as well.
Trying to complete the 3-point play here. Free throws off the rim, spills off to the left. Here come the Express in the dark jerseys, trailing by 11. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Turnaround jump shot, Davian Carter off the iron, no good. Tried to kiss it off the glass, a little too strong.
And it's Loatman on the defensive board.
We're calling his name quite a bit here early in the game. He's starting to distinguish himself. Big Connor Voss in the post. Backs up, 2 dribbles, passes it out. 3-point attempt on the way, off the left iron. We're coming back the other way, in a hurry with the pace. Off the one leg, off the iron in the front. Open, and Loatman right on cue. Lays it in.
Easy 3-on-1 break there as the Finnish select team looking to run. And looking to run well here, 19-6. I think Coach Newman's got to get a timeout, another one here soon.
Basket there.
It's Rashawn Simpson out of Morgan State, one of the many players who played collegiately in the MEAC, the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference.
Nice pass by Davian Carter. And then Simpson's shot is blocked.
Beautiful. It's Warsham who got a piece of it.
Loatman to the hoop, off the glass and in. High off the glass right there.
He just went right around the defender, B.J. Watson, and then beautiful touch there, high off the window. Very tough shot. Loatman is off to an outstanding start here in double figures
There's
already.
a long 3-point attempt off the right iron. Again, the Finnish select on the break. Opportunity to increase their lead. Driving to the hoop, Oris over to the Voss. And Loatman right on cue. Boy, Nick, you picked him out early. He has had an outstanding first period here for the Finnish select, who built a 24-8 lead.
Unofficially 14 points by my count here.
Gets the rebound, Loatman. It's the Loatman show right here for the Finnish select.
Yep, they want one shot here.
7 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Orris.
Orris goes to the basket. No defense and stolen. So it's up to shot.
Get in.
Rattles around and out. A huge first period for the Finnish select team. And the individual, Roger Loatman, for the New York Bullets, had a wonderful first period to start the final game of the period here. Unbelievable. 26-8. The Finnish select put up 26 points, and boy, the Windsor Express have a long way to go to come back here. Scott Newman's over there talking to the boys, and they're going to have to work some things out here. They've got 3 periods to get back into the game, and if you're going to get down, you might as well. Let's send it over to Matt Fowler. Matt Fowler, what do you got for us, Matt?
Thanks, everybody. And 26-8 Finnish select leads, and in the last time out I heard Miko Larkis among a number of other players just say keep that defense up. Well, if you only allow 8 points in a quarter, you're keeping that defense up, and this Finnish select team who won the championship last session is not in the same predicament this session, but they want to get as much experience and exposure as possible, and with the 26-8 lead, they're well on their way. Gentlemen, back to you.
Well done. Thank you very much, Matt Fowler. Well, Nick, you and I talk a lot. We've done several games together, and it's been just so great. And I know one thing that you've taught me in these games is the start of the periods, how important they are. And here, if you're going to get down big like the Windsor Express are, you might as well get down big early. Then you've got 3/4 of the game to get back into it.
Well, they're going to have to do something here, and I can't imagine that Coach Newman was very happy with their intensity, as they had several defensive breakdowns and at times, frankly, looked like they were sleepwalking out there in comparison to their opposition, the Finnish Select, who came out ready to roll, high energy, fast-paced basketball. 18 points is a big lopsided gap through 10 minutes.
And Coach Newman did not like the ingredients, again, he had out there, so he's went ahead and stirred up the pot. He's brought in some new players. He's going to try to get that NBA energy that we've talked about. Anton Waters into the game, Mac Arvidsson back into the game. See if he can't stir the pot here and get his team a little bit more motivated here right at the beginning of the second period. There's a foul called.
A lot of dribble penetration here, too, early on from Finnish Select. At some point, if you're going to play half-court man-to-man, you either have to rotate on the backside if your guy gets beat, or try and slow somebody down by getting a forearm up into their chest. If it's a foul, so be it. You're allowed 10 personal fouls in these summer league games, but they need to do something on the defensive end, because allowing 26 first-quarter points, a lot of that off the dribble drive is unacceptable.
Yeah, you're right there. I like to call it building a wall of defense. You know, if you get by the first guy, there's got to be some guys behind you.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of the rotation.
Yeah, B.J. Watson hit both free throws to extend the lead to 20 right now, 28-8. 9 minutes, 20 seconds left. Pass was a little long, went out of bounds there. And here's the Windsor Express in black uniforms going right to left, down by 20 points here. Let's see if they can't get some kind of momentum going, some offense going. They've got some great offensive players in there. We know Anton Waters, the big bull, is out there, and there's no shot he doesn't like that he won't take. So,
a little step back for Waters, right on cue, and there it is. Nice little 16-footer.
Yeah, well done. Waters is a really special player here. Got good size, 6'7", 240 pounds.
There's a foul. Speaking of Waters, he just picked up the personal. Second team foul against Windsor here in this quarter. But he was one of the few guys asked to come back after the Session A was completed on Sunday. We've seen each of these rosters here in Session B contain one of those double dippers, and Waters is certainly one of them.
And I'm glad he did. It's been fun to watch him. He's a really talented offensive player. But you know, Nick, one thing that's striking me right here with 8:53 left in period number 2 is only 2 team fouls per team. I think they're going to need to pick up their intensity, okay? We've seen a lot of defensive tenacity in this tournament. We're not feeling it right now on either side, especially the Windsor Express side. They're going to need to pick it up.
Yeah, I agree. I think Windsor is going to have to go to Waters here. He's 2 for 2 in this quarter as he knocks down another. somebody's got to be the catalyst, and why not the big guy?
You called his name, and you were right, Nick. Right there, 2 times in a row they've gone to that man, and he's responded with baskets. Here's a drive to the hoop, throws it up and in. Beautiful body control right there.
And Shane Carter.
Yeah, beautiful. 6'3" out of Bronx Holy Flames.
Yeah, another pro.
Yeah, he averaged 20 points a game when he came here, Nick.
Yeah, he's a volume scorer for sure, and we see why as he gets into the lane with a quick first step.
Big Anton Waters is running the point out here for Windsor Express. Finds the open player. 3-point attempt on the way, just short off the front end. There's a beautiful outlet pass.
It was. And a
nice pass.
Yep.
Lays it in and off the glass. Beautiful play right there. All predicated by the beautiful pass by B.J. Watson. Found the trailer, Devonta Upson, and so far, I tell you, Nick, I'm impressed with Upson. He is just a freak out there, stands out.
Well, listen, he runs the floor very well for a big guy, doesn't he? I mean, he's got confidence, and he feels comfortable in transition, whether it's with the basketball or filling in the wing. He's got great hands, and obviously he's able to maximize his length near the basket as well, off to a good start offensively.
Good defense right here, really good defense. Loses it out of bounds, forces the turnover. Here come the Finnish Select team, leading 33-12 here.
Yeah, they're getting after it on defense right now, Nick.
They certainly are, and their defense the transition is really working well for them, Nick. Their transition from defense to offense is superb right now. They're pushing the ball up the court. Right now, it's all Finnish Select here in the white, leading 33-12, 7:22 left here in period number 2. At the foul line here, Lamont Middleton.
Yeah, their defense has been cohesive. All 5 guys are playing with intensity, but they're also on the same wavelength mentally, I think. You saw there Watson kind of cover a lot of ground on the backside that led to that last steal.
I got to tell you, you and I are on the same wavelength too, Nick Anastas. I'm telling you, it's been just perfect. The things you're saying, I agree with almost every single time. Well done.
Well, again, it's contagious. If you see your teammate going to go out there and sacrifice his body or get up in the shirt of the defender, that makes you want to put in that extra effort as well. So right now, things are harmonious on both ends of the floor for Finnish as they're up 22, largest lead of the ball game.
And Coach Scott Newman's gone to the bench here and brought in big Kyle Meyer, 6'10", Houston Cougar. Shot on the way. Oh, we got to tie up. Both players go down. Kyle Meyer got tied up right there with big Devonta Upson. I think that's why he was put into the game there. Coach Scott Newman wants to slow down Devonta Upson. He's going to try to counter him with Kyle Meyer.
Yeah, I figured Meyer would get a little more minutes, a little more burn so far in this first half. He's played sparingly. In fact, just checked in for the first time in the second quarter.
Jump ball here. Won by Devonta. Tips it forward. Everything working out really well right now for the Finnish Select team. Ball went right into the hands of Shane Carter, who lays it in. Dribble drive, penetration all the way to the hoop and lays it in with the right hand. Beautiful job right there by Chris Pollard. No help on defense, though.
Yeah, Pollard giving them a much-needed lift. Haven't seen much dribble penetration from Windsor. Pollard, though, quick enough to get in the lane and finish. Here's a rare turnover as Middleton tried to fire one back door, but I don't think Watson saw it.
Yeah, you know what? You're right about that. There hasn't been a lot of turnovers in the game, especially for the Finnish Select team. They've done a great job of being strong with the basketball, getting shot opportunities up each and every time down the court, and that's why they built the 36-14 lead here with 6 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in period number 2. From the Doolittle Community Center here in Las Vegas, Nevada, I'm Nick Mattis along with Nick Anastas. Driving to the hoop, beautiful spin shot, went underneath the basket, used that basket as an ally from the big Sequoias in there, lays it in off the glass.
Hey, I think he hit the, back here, I think he hit the power strip. I think he hit the power strip.
Nick Anastas here. 5:49 left in period number 2. Finnish select teams built a 38-16 lead here, and I got to tell you, I am so impressed with these officials here. We mentioned that everybody's here showcasing their skills, and the crew chief here is Ryan Jones. He's from New England. Rosso Johan from France, and Felipe Valenzuela from Chile, doing a great job out there in the court. We're back into live action, Nick.
Well, it's putting the global basketball summer league for sure, as we've seen players who've made their livings overseas take to the floor, international coaches on the sideline, and as you mentioned, a nice mix of nationalities blowing the whistles.
And on the court, too. All the players are from all over. All these players, I want to let the viewers know that they were drafted before the tournament. They have never played with each other before. There's a three-point attempt by Anton Waters, who I mentioned there's no shot on this court that he doesn't like. There's the dunk again. Devonta Upson is just an outstanding jumper. Two-hand hammer slam. Boy, he's a highlight reel himself right there, isn't he?
Upson got up, son. How's that one?
That's not bad. That's not bad. We'll have to work on it a little bit. But
right.
Hey, listen, anything you come up with, Nick Anastas, I enjoy. I gotta tell you that.
Just throwing it out there.
Right down on the ground there, it looks like they're going to have a traveling call. Is that what it was, or is there a foul? Looks like a foul. Mac Arvidsson's going to go to the free throw line here. It's a jump ball. My bad.
Yeah, I didn't see the officials report the foul, so it'll be Arvidsson going up here against Fry.
Boy, Fry got up real quick and controlled the tip, driving to the hoop, and ran into a brick wall right there, the brick wall was named Kyle Meyer, 6'10", just put his hand straight up. I think the lights went out right there. It went real dark. Beautiful, beautiful block right there. Yeah. Just smothered him.
And then it went off the shooter, so Windsor gets a gift here with the basketball.
Coach Scott Newman's going to stir the pot again. He's got 4 new players coming into the game here for Windsor Express in the black jerseys, going right to left. Got to try to find some kind of a combination that he likes out there. Shots blocked. Big Connor Voss, 7'1", with the rebound, brings it out. Here come the Finnish select, leading 40-16, 4:36 left in the quarter. Driving to the hoop, laying it off the glass. Just spills over and off. Did a nice job of putting it off the glass there. Just a little strong. Spilled off over the left side. He's going to go to the free throw line here. Shane Carter's got 2 free throws attempts here coming up. 4:32 remaining in period number 2.
Foul on Daniels, team's 5th. Daniels just his 1st. And again, Windsor just struggling at both ends of the floor. I mean, they're giving up layups. They're not capitalizing. They're taking rushed or challenge shots, at least on the offensive side. And the result is 16 points and coming up on 16 minutes. So not a great start, and they are in a big hole here, 25 points.
Yeah, just, Nick, we haven't seen a really poor offensive performance like this in all 23 of the previous games.
Yep, there's another forced or rush shot, challenge shot early in the shot clock.
Finnish select with the basketball. Big 7'1" Connor Voss looks outside, drops it out. Driving to the hoop with the right hand layup off the outside of the rim.
Good take though by Fry.
Here come the Windsor Express with the basketball. A little sloppy. Shots taken. No good. 2 attempts. Back the other way in a hurry. Laying it up and in. Beautiful transition game right here by Shane Carter, 6'3", out of Bronx Holy Flames, laying it in with the left hand, extending the lead, 43-16. Jump shot, just what the doctor ordered right there, Nick. Little jump shot there. Gregory Tucker, and 1 coming up here.
Yeah, I feel like Tucker has come to play at least for Coach Newman, the former star at Jacksonville State. He's knocked down a couple of shots on the offensive end. Seems to be playing with energy, but again, I feel like they're taking challenge shots. They're not making the extra pass.
For the first time in this tournament, Nick, I'm going to tell you the boys the men playing out there don't look like they're familiar with each other, and I thought that would happen more often, but this is the very first time really see a lot of individual play going on as Connor Voss goes underneath the hoop, scoops it up with the right hand, off the glass and in. 7'1" Connor Voss showing us a little bit of agility and talent right there.
Yeah, getting whatever they want right now. That's what Finnish is doing.
3-point attempt from the corner pocket. It's off the rim. Hustling to get the rebound. Does not get it. Windsor Express retains it. Comes back in. A little jump shot. Rolls around and trickles off the left side. Great hustle there by Donta Pittman. Drove to the hoop. Pittman, only 6'1", challenged the big Connor Voss in there. Was able to contort his body and get the shot up, and just how it's going here for the Windsor Express. That ball rolled around the rim and off.
Yeah, and that's what you like to see at least. Aggressive, off the dribble drive. Pittman fearless into the trees to earn a trip to the line. And, well, if they're going to get back into this game, I think free throw shooting is going to have to be a part of that. They're going to have to play more aggressively and get to the free throw line more often than they have for the first, 17 minutes now.
Yeah, they missed the free throw, but luckily they got the rebound, and they're able to get the 3-point. Rashawn Simpson from the corner pocket puts it through. So there's a little, maybe this is the turn of luck that the Windsor Express team needs. They need to work on. There's a rebound by Rashawn Simpson. Here come the black team, the Windsor Express on the break. Give it up for a 12-footer. Float shot's good.
Yep, playing with a little bit of pace now for the first time.
Now they can do it. They need to cut into this margin. They're down by 20. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. That'll stop the clock, though. There's a dead ball foul out of bounds there. I think their goal is going to be to cut into this margin. They're down by 20. Get some momentum they can do to carry into the second half here.
Yeah, signs of life at least, right? I think it started with Tucker. Simpson able to contribute. Daniels knocked down a short little teardrop. Guys are starting to play within rhythm and may have finally woken up after a very sluggish start.
And you know what? It needs to continue here on defense. They need to get something going on defense, get some stops, get the transition going, defense to offense.
Yep. Tough, though. They're giving up a lot of size. I mean, you take a look at the 5 positions on the floor, and they're virtually got the smaller of the matchup in each one.
There's big Connor Voss inside. He can't get the shot up. He's going to kick it out.
Yeah.
And just the luck that Finnish Select has had, they got control of it, Nick, and they laid it in there.
Well, again, where's the back line? Where's the help side defense? Too much dribbling near the basket.
That wall, that defensive wall has been broke down. Here's the Express with a 16-footer off the back rim. Nice outlet pass.
Yeah.
Here come the Finnish Select. Foul call before the shot. No, it's a continuation.
That's that NBA rule, right? The infamous continuation.
Yep. Roger.
Pretty gray there, I think, but they'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, Gregory Tucker thought he fouled him way out in front there, but
he tried to. He tried to foul him on the floor, but if you're going to foul him, you might as well wrap him up. Okay?
Absolutely.
Give him the bear hug. Don't just tap him on the shoulder. Make sure there's no doubt that he's not going to get that shot off if you're looking to prevent the 3-point play. And give Oris credit as well. He knew it was coming, went right up through it, concentrated, got himself to the line and converted there as well.
The old-fashioned 3-pointer extends the lead to 25 points, 50-25. Minute 30 left here in period number 2. There's a fallback jumper off the right iron and going to stay right here. Yep. Looks like the ball was off the Finnish Select team in the white jerseys.
Yep, Lotman is back on here. He had a superb first quarter. We'll check his stats at halftime. I thought it was more like 14 points. And this is his first appearance in the second quarter. They haven't needed him to expand their lead.
And everybody's going to get an opportunity to play here. This is a showcase for each individual of talent. And Rashawn Simpson shows a little talent right there.
Former Morgan State Bear.
From 3-point land way downtown, drops it through, his second 3-pointer of the game. Oris drives to the hoop. The shot's blocked. Here come the Windsor Express on the break. Lay it up. There's a foul called. Going to the free throw line. Chris Daniels for 2 shots.
Yeah, Daniels is a nice-looking player on the break as well, as he used every bit of his 6'6", 210 pounds to maximize his length there and get himself to the line. And again, the fast break / transition opportunities have been very limited in this first half for Windsor. They need to get out and run more in the second half for sure.
Daniels drops both 3 free throws in there to cut the margin to 20 here, 50-30.
Yeah, a little mini 5-0 run, something to build on. But again, it's one after the other. They're just going to the rim at will off the dribble. Finish Select taking a lot of high-quality shots, high percentage shots near the rim in this first half.
Here come the Finish Select there. Nice pass to the middle. Little scoop shot and in with the right hand. Beautiful body.
Jadante Fry, he's starting to have a nice first half too, Nick.
6'4", just athletic. A lot of great athletes in this, and a lot of the players are 6'4" to 6'9" or 10. That's kind of the average length and size of the players, and just a lot of really great athletes here. Not like to call them freaks, you know, lovingly call them freaks. These guys just can jump and do everything on the basketball court, okay? It's a affectionate word that I like to use. And that shot's thrown up with the left hand. We're going to get a charging call. Taking the charge right there, number 8. Ron Spencer put 2 feet in the ground, cemented him, took the offensive charge there. 5.2 seconds left here for Mikko Larkis' Finnish Select team. Here they come on the break. Oris all the way in, tries to get the shot up, it's blocked. And that'll do it. Right here, 2 periods in, 54-30. The Finnish Select had a marvelous first half.
Outstanding. Leading
over the Windsor Express here. 2 periods left in the Global Basketball Summer League Session B tournament. I'm Nick Mattis, along with Nick Anastas. And we're going to flip it over here to Matt Fowler here in a moment here as he gets his game face on.
Outstanding first half. On pace to break the century mark. Layup after layup after layup. Dribble, drive, extra pass. And how about the defensive intensity we saw really through the first 13, 14 minutes that really caught Windsor by surprise. It took until, I think, the final half of the second quarter for Coach Newman's guys to kind of wake up, accept the challenge, and start to pick up the pace. So 24-point lead, well-deserved at the break for Finnish Select.
Matt Fowler here with Mikko Larkis. Mikko, you guys scored 54 points in 20 minutes. How did you do that?
By playing excellent defense. That's the honest answer. I mean, got some stops, got on open court, were capable of running, and that's where it all began.
Well, they scored 8 in the first, 22 in the second, so would you say there was a lapse on defense?
I would have said I think that they just got a little bit of rhythm as well. I mean, you can't keep teams in 8 points in every single quarter, but and it's tough. I mean, we're rotating 11 guys, so everybody gets to play, so it takes a bit of time before our team gets the rhythm.
Right, I think 30 points and a half is a great defensive performance. What are you going to tell your guys in the locker room so that they can continue this in the second half?
Just got to keep doing what you're doing, keep putting pressure, having fun. I mean, this is the basketball in its funniest, getting to the open goal, running, showtime basketball. I mean, everybody loves to play it, but you got to earn it. You got to play good defense to get to the open court, get those rebounds, repeat.
Finnish Select up by 24 points here at halftime. Guys, back to you.
Well done, Matt Fowler, with Coach Mikko Larkis of the Finnish Select team, who had a superb first half there. I got to tell you, the first period, we're going to call it the Roger Loatman show.
Yeah.
He was unbelievable. 14 points in the first period unofficially. We're going to get, hopefully, here come our halftime stats right now. This gentleman's been working his tail off the whole tournament. Thank you very much. Here are the halftime stats, and the papers are still warm right now, okay?
That's right.
Coming right off the computer there. What Loatman ended up with there? It's like 14 points. Hey, Nick Anastas.
This ain't my first rodeo, my friend.
You were spot on, my man. I'll tell you, it's been great to be in this rodeo with you. I'll tell you that, okay?
Well, what'd he shoot from the floor? Okay, how about 6 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 2 from the line? That's all in the first quarter, by the way.
Yeah, he didn't even play but maybe 1 minute in the second period.
He's a 6-foot guard. He also pulled in 4 rebounds. Yeah. All this work in 8 minutes. Oh, yeah, he had a steal, too, on defense. Loatman really, I thought, set the tone. And then how about Devonta Upson, okay? Yeah. 3 big-time slam dunks. He went 3 of 5. Working on a double-double right now at the break. 6 points and 5 rebounds. Jadante Fry, same thing, 6 and 5. 7 points off the bench for Michael Orris. We called his name. 5 apiece for Shane Carter, Xavier Brown. The list goes on and on. The weapons really playing well in that first half for Coach Larkis. On the other side, Mr. Newman saw Rashawn Simpson, I think, had a pretty good second quarter there. He's the team leader with 7 points on 3 of 7 shooting, but others have got to answer the toll here in the third quarter. Play with heart. The game may or may not be out of reach down 24, but the scouts are watching. They want to see how these guys respond to an adverse situation.
You're spot on right there, Nick Anastas. 20 minutes left here at the Global Basketball Summer League Session 2 here, Session B, I guess. Finnish Select in the white uniforms going right to left, up by 24 points, 54-30 here with the basketball. And it's not about the team as we talked about that, Nick. These are individual players trying to showcase their talents, so they're going to work hard until the last tick of the clock. There's a nice entry pass. There's going to be a foul there. Going to the foul line here for the Finnish Select team, Lamont Middleton, 6'2". He played for Hungary here, so he's absolutely wanting to get some kind of professional career here in the United States, I believe, but first free throw up and in.
Yeah, again, for those a little unfamiliar with the Global Basketball Summer League, 2 sessions. This is the final game of Session B and the final game of the tournament. But Session A is more made up of aspiring amateurs, right? A lot of college players, basically all college players trying to get that first professional contract. Session B, on the other hand, more seasoned vets, more pros, guys trying to get another deal, trying to re-up. So the level of competition a little bit different between A and B, and it's not a surprise to see a number of pros here from all over the world on both rosters.
Yeah. Big Kyle Meyer with the basketball out in front for the Windsor Express. There's a three-pointer on the way. Hits the backboard, goes up over the top of the backboard. That's going to be a dead ball and a side out here for the Finnish Select team.
Shot there by Mac Arvidsson. He's one of their top weapons, Nick, and we haven't said his name much today.
They're going to need him to get going, absolutely.
They really are. He has only taken now 4 shots, just 1 of 4 from the floor, his first attempt of the second half.
He's a three-point assassin. There's a three-point attempt on the way off to the right. Didn't get any rim, just backboard.
Not a great shot there by Loatman.
Here's big Anton Waters. Ball stolen. Here comes Pittman. Gives it up for the two-hand. Hammer slam. Beautiful. Nice teamwork right there. Pittman gave it up.
Warsham threw it down. I think Watson's having an underrated game, isn't he? He's only at, what's he listed at? He is at 5'7", 150, and yet he's flying around and doing his thing, and here he comes again. Good outlet.
Yeah, Warsham did a good job. There's a shot up off the glass, no good. And there's that Devonta, just as we talked about, Devonta Upson, again, just an elevation sensation. This guy's, not only is Upson 6'8", but he elevates like a 7-footer, and it's not just elevating, it's how quick he can get off the court.
Yeah, that's a part of his game for sure. What I've been impressed about is his ability to run the floor, to get out on the break, to go from a defensive position or under the glass trying to grab a rebound on defense to all of a sudden you're filling the wing, you're outrunning players on the other side that are smaller than you, supposedly faster than you, but he's made a living in transition so far today, and that athleticism is a big reason why.
Upson misses the second free throw. Anton Waters with the ball here for the Windsor Express. Tries to go to the baseline. Good defense. Shuts him down right there. Waters trying to find somebody to work with. Windsor's offense right now not very cohesive. A lot of one-on-one play, and just as on cue there, the shot's taken, driven in there and missed here. Number 2, Chris Pollard missed the shot there. Running the offense here right now. B.J. Watson did a nice job last time finding the open player. He drives to the hoop, lays it up again, and there's Loatman.
This team showing an uncanny ability to find the open man, aren't they? Especially the fact that they were strangers 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Just their third game together. That time, movement on the weak side. Loatman goes undetected. Watson, who's been a great floor general today, able to find him.
I like to say sharing is caring, and this Finnish team really care about each other. They share the basketball.
Look out.
And oh my gosh, how do we describe that? Elevation sensation. B.J. Watson throws it up, a floater, and with one hand, Devontae Upson grabs it in right hand hammer slam.
I'll tell you, that was an NBA play right there.
Kyle Meyer quiets down the crowd a little bit. He's going to lay it in for the Windsor Express, but everybody here just rattled that rim right there, Upson. And the play was made by B.J. Watson. You got to give credit where credit due. Watson just floated it up just perfectly.
In traffic.
Yeah, and Upson just, this guy's elevation sensation. Boy, I wish we had a replay where we could watch that one again, Nick. That was just so beautiful.
That was some Dominique Wilkins type of stuff there. I mean, he got off the floor. And look at his teammates. They're all smiling over there. They're all having fun, and why not? It's a big, big lead as they're up 31 points.
Here, back with Nick Anastas here. Sorry about that. We had to take a little time out here. Back into live action. 6 minutes, 12 seconds left here in period number 3. Finnish select team up 63-32 here, but boy, the place is just still rattling from that slam dunk, that beautiful feed there. Just unbelievable, Matt. Nick, I can't tell you enough. I just love that. Watson laid it up there. And
I'll tell you what, that might have been the play of the tournament.
Absolutely.
The highlight of the tournament.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Okay, you got a 5'7" guard in traffic, lob it high, all right? That one nearly tickled the rafters, and then Upson seemingly gets just as high and throws it down with one hand. I mean, that was unbelievable.
Yeah, he came off the wing there. Just beautiful. Okay, back to live action. Finnish select team. Shoots. Number 4 there. Michael Orris is off the front rim there. Windsor Express in the black going left to right here. Anton Waters with the basketball. Gives it up to Tucker. Tucker drives to the hoop. No foul call. Oh, there is a foul call now. Shot went up and it was off the glass. No good. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. 5 minutes, 41 seconds remain here. Last game of the Session B tournament here, the Global Basketball Summer League. Las Vegas, Nevada, the Doolittle Community Center. We've been here for 6 straight days. Session 1 tournament started here on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The Finnish select team won that tournament. A bunch of new players came in, and we started another tournament here on Monday. Shots up, rattles the rim and off, but an offensive rebound. Ball's loose on the ground, and out come the Windsor Express in black on the break. Rashawn Simpson gives it up to Tucker. Tucker swings the ball, going down the hoop with his left hand, tied up. It's like there's going to be a foul called. In the second session here, Finnish select got defeated in the first game.
It's been a good week overall for Coach Larkis and his squad. As you mentioned, they really cruised to the championship on Sunday, the Session A championship, and what, 1-1 so far here in Session B, looking like 2-1. That's a 5-1 week for Coach Larkis. if this result holds. I think he'll take that.
Absolutely. The Finnish select team defeated World Vision in the first round. In the second round, they lost to the Greek Connect, who ended up winning the tournament today.
Yeah.
So if they happen to, and they're going to win this game. I don't think there's any doubt. The Finnish select have a 63-36 lead here with 5 minutes and 13 seconds and counting.
You never know.
Well, okay. All right, we're in Las Vegas. Some bigger odds have been laid before here.
Right.
But anyway, if they go on and win this game, that means 5 out of 6 games they won. They did win the tournament in the Session A. And the only team they lost to in this one here, Nick, was the team that won the tournament. So, Hey guys, I'm not going to be able to eat during the game, so just fine. I'm going to leave it here. It's just not my style.
Just making sure it's a side for you.
Yeah, jump shot on the waist, no good off the back rim.
A lot of freeloaders here in press row. You never know.
Give me 5.
Yeah, we've got chicken. We've got some fries here, some bread. And I'm with you. We don't mix work with play. We eat after the game. But
absolutely. Here.
I also don't want to go back to an empty table either.
Yeah, very good, Nick. Rashawn Simpson with the basketball. Leaves it off for a 3-point attempt. Comes up well short. Out of bounds underneath. 4 minutes, 44 seconds remain here in period number 3. 63-36, huge lead here for the Finnish select team in the white with the basketball. Driving to the hoop, laying it up short. Fighting for the rebound and out with the Windsor Express. On the break here. Now there's a lob and a dunk.
Wow.
There, just what they needed there. The Harlem Globetrotter, Devani Carter, got to show us a little of the wizardry of the Globetrotters right there as he scooped it up midair and hammer slammed it with 2 hands.
First time we've seen him on the break, able to leap and throw that one down, showing the athleticism. He's been working hard, a little frustrated on the glass, but that one allowed him to really break out on the break.
Beautiful pass, too. I don't want to leave out the pass because it was just where it needed to be.
Yep.
Nice defense on the Windsor Express. They force up a 24-second shot clock violation. And that might be the recipe for the Windsor Express to get back into the ball game. They got a really exciting slam dunk the last time down. Their defense it ignited their defense, Nick. Their defense came to life and had a stop there. 24-second violations. Driving to the hoop and laid it up off the glass a little too hard. Carter went for the hammer slam rebound, but it didn't get it on the break. And the hammer slam of his own. It's turned into a highlight film here for the Finnish select team. Down on the hammer slam there. Shane Carter, 6'3", 190 pounds from Bronx Holy Flames, came with the right hand hammer slam.
Yeah, again, transition's been the name of the game for Coach Larkis as these guys are looking to turn over the opposition, the Windsor Express, and then when they do, everybody's out and running and jumping.
There's a turnover, tried to force it in the middle.
Yep.
Here come the Finnish selected. Ball stolen, another turnover, back and forth we go. Finds the trailer. Goes up against the 7'1" Connor Voss. Voss made him absolutely had to rearrange his shot as he got up in midair there. The lights went out. Connor Voss had 2 hands up, the 7'1" player.
Yep. Well, at least I think Coach Newman is seeing his club compete a little harder here so far in this second half. It's been a little bit more even than it was in the first half, particularly the first quarter when Finnish was able to build that big lead.
Almost stolen there by Devani Carter. Beats the shot clock, shots up off the rim. Good hustle by Carter there, almost got the steal. Windsor Express going to get the side out right here. 2:44 remains in the third period.
Foul on Fry there, by the way, Nick.
Thank you very much, Nick.
Just a total of 5 team fouls each way, or combined, rather, in this third quarter, and haven't been a lot of whistles.
Good defense right there by Michael Orris. Stood his ground right there. The shot attempt went up and out of bounds. We're going to come back the other way. Finnish select in the white jerseys. 65-38. Just a huge lead right now. The odds of them coming back might be somewhat like the
Hey, make sure
Mayweather McGregor fight that's coming up here pretty soon in Las Vegas. Everybody's starting to hype that fight right now. Conor McGregor's going to take on Roger Mayweather, and the odds in that fight are pretty substantial, and the odds of Windsor coming back might be just as big right here.
Yeah, down 27. That'd be some generous odds indeed.
Nice block right there by Devaney Carter. Here come the Windsor Express. Nice kick out. 3-point attempt on the way, off the front rim. Rayshawn Simpson had an opportunity to cut in the lead. Little drive to the hoop, a scoop shot and in. Up off the glass with the left hand. Beautiful play right there. Chris Daniels, 6'6". Little jump shot, corner pocket, hits the front rim, rattles off. Windsor Express, Devaney Carter swings it to Rayshawn Simpson. Simpson with the three-pointer on the way, nothing but net.
Well, I'll tell you what, this kid can hold his head high, no matter what the score is, no matter what the result. Rayshawn Simpson has played very well and played very hard, and he's showing the skill set despite the fact this team has been getting blown out.
Now he's pushing it up on defense. Makes the switch. There's a three-pointer on the way, off the front iron. Carter with the nice rebound for the Express. Here come the Express on the attack. Simpson with the basketball. Drives to the hoop. He's going to be fouled as he drove to the hoop right there. Foul's going to be called there on Ron Spencer, 6'9". He played for the New York Bullets. You familiar with that team?
I am now. There's two players on finish that both play there. You mentioned Loatman, Spencer as well. Those guys make a pretty good combo.
Came in with the left hand. Simpson came in and tried to slam it with his left hand and rattles out. Moving the ball nicely. Simpson with a three-pointer off the front iron. Looked for a foul call. Might have gotten one, but this time he didn't. Here come the finish select on the break. Backing his way in. Turnaround jump shot with the left hand.
Pretty.
Up off the front rim. He got a nice little roll.
6'2", 210. Looks a little bigger than that, doesn't he?
Xavier Brown, yeah.
Using his size on the smaller defender, and then old school. Back him down and then fade away.
It's a little fadeaway jump. Beautiful little nice pass right there. Boy, I'll tell you, all of a sudden we're getting some highlight plays being shown here. Beautiful pass right there. Got to give credit. Carter just elevated right up there. The Harlem Globetrotters went for the slam off the back rim. I don't know if you got a good look at Devaney Carter's shoes there, but they're pretty special right there. I wonder if those might be the ones that he wears on the court. Devaney Carter there. Devaney. All right, I'm going to go with Carter, okay?
Yeah, he's got one of those gold heels, it looks like. Black and aqua for most of the shoe, and then the golden
Those are some
heels.
fancy kicks. Let's put it that way. Those are some pretty fancy kicks right. There's a three-point attempt. A rattles around and out. On the break here, the Windsor Express. All the way into the glass, lays it up. Shots off a little bit too strong, but he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Attacking the glass right there for the Windsor Express team. Chris Daniels, he's had a great game. He's really looked like a player that can step up and distinguish himself here. 6'6", Shorter University. That's another one on me. Shorter University.
I've never heard of it.
Well, he had a pretty good career there.
Yeah.
Almost a triple-double. Here we come back now.
He should be playing somewhere. I'll tell you that. This kid can play.
Absolutely.
Shorter got themselves
Coming
a
down to the third
nice player.
period. Ellis, drove to the hoop, off the glass, coming back the other way. Shot clock running down. There's a lob and a slam. Are you kidding me?
Wow. Again, running the break.
Carter just really exerting himself here. Some highlight film off the backboard, and that's going to do it. And that was one of the best periods we've had here in the 24 games that we've done here at the Global Basketball Summer League. That might have been one of the most exciting periods we've ever had. All right, let's throw it over to another exciting person we have on this team, Sydney Cariel. Take it away, Sydney.
Thanks, guys. At the end of the third quarter, number 7, Devon Carter on Windsor Express told his team that they need to play harder, play together, and they need to swing the ball more on offense. He said, we need to talk on defense, and that's how we will get back into the game. Coach Scott Newman said the same thing, and he said, hustle down the court more and stop the turnovers, and we'll get right back in this. Guys?
Thank you, Sydney. Good stuff here in Las Vegas. Final quarter of the tournament. Hard to believe. I'm Nick Anastas. I'm with Nick Mattis, and got a comment on the Windsor Express squad. Down 18 after 1, down big at halftime, fell behind by as many as 29 early on in that third quarter. Coach Newman, though, kept his guys motivated, and to their credit, they're down just 19. I say just 19, but that's a little bit better than 29, a little bit more workable with 10 minutes to go. It shows the character of these guys. They're not going to roll over.
Hey, that's Nick's. Well, I'll tell you this. We had the first period of the game was the Loatman period, okay, for the Finnish Select. Roger Loatman just stood out in the first period for the Finnish Select. That third period right there, we had several stars for both teams. We had Upson just give us some hammer slams that were unbelievable. B.J. Watson showed us some passing for the Finnish Select team that was superb. And for the Windsor Express team, Devon Carter for the Harlem Globetrotters just showed his athletic ability. He had some marvelous slam dunks. All right, let's get into the fourth period here, the last 10 minutes of the Global Summer League basketball tournament. Shot on the way there and missed. There's Upson out there trying a three-point shot. I guess there's no shot he won't take that he doesn't like, okay, and that he can't make, okay?
Well, he's played well, though. I mean, he's not only scoring the basketball, he has looked to get his guys involved, but you're right. If it's open, he's going to fire it, and the results more often than not have been favorable for the Finnish Select squad.
I think it's a good thing for him to show all the scouts that he can move out to three-point land and shoot shots out there.
Right.
We've already seen that he can control the paint.
Yep.
Nice hustle, nice steal. Here come the Windsor Express in black. On the break, Rayshawn Simpson, he's fouled. Rayshawn Simpson got out ahead of the pack there, put the ball up off the glass with his left hand. He'll go to the foul line for 2 shots. And speaking of players that stood out in the third period, Rayshawn Simpson had a very wonderful third period himself. Made a couple of beautiful three-point shots for the Windsor Express team here in the black. He's going to go to the charity stripe. First shot rattles around and drops through. I like to call that the toilet flusher there.
Yeah, he's been doing work. I mean, he's been the notable guy in the black jersey today for sure. Rayshawn Simpson really started to run the floor, get his shot going in the half-court set about midway through the second quarter, and has really kept pace with his early production since. Just 15 here, the closest margin we've seen since the first quarter, Nick.
Absolutely. Loatman back in the game, so that tells you that Coach Mikko Larkis is not feeling real comfortable with the lead himself as he brings back the star player here for the Finnish Select team. Scored 14 points in period number 1. 8:42 remaining in the game, Nick Anastas, and I was pretty much had nailed this one as the victory in the coffin here for the Finnish Select team, but
well, we're in the land of long odds, aren't we?
Absolutely. Las Vegas, Nevada here. Ball comes out of the pack. What are they going to call? There's going to be a foul called. Might have been a great foul there, Nick. We talk about good fouls right there, and the Windsor Express were on a break. That was a good foul that stopped the play. Stopped play and going to allow the Finnish Select team to get back on defense and set up their wall.
Yep. Yep, may have prevented a bucket. And again, not a whole lot of whistles in this one, just 4 combined fouls in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, Mac Arvidsson slipped to the ground there, but was able to get rid of it. No traveling called. Driving to the hoop, scoop shot, around and off, but big scoop shot went around and off. Boy, that would have been a great shot there.
Pittman, yep.
Yeah, Pittman ran through the big trees there, found some daylight, was able to get the ball up and off the glass, but right there to help him out, teammate Kyle Meyer, big 6'10", 230-pound Houston Cougar, scooped up the rebound, tried to get it back in, and he's here at the charity stripe. Looks like Coach Miko Larkis is going to stir the pot himself a little bit. He's got a couple of substitutions coming in the game here. We got double fours coming in there. Michael Orris is going to come in, and along with his Worsham, Rayford Worsham going to come in there. Orris 6'2" from South Dakota State. A little bit shorter than Rayford Worsham, 6'5" out of Jackson State. 67-53, a 14-point lead. 8 minutes left, plenty of time left in the game here. Jump shot on the way. Bank shot is open. What time is it, Nick? Check that time. Went high off the glass there.
I'd imagine it's closing soon, but he got one last deposit in.
And Kyle Meyer, beautiful timing. Boy, this has been a fun game to call and watch.
And it's tightening up too, 14 points, plenty of time.
Meyer, stolen out here in front, great effort. Gets the basketball, we're gonna call a jump ball.
Pittman really putting in some extra hustle here in this second half as he sacrifices the body, tried to call a timeout there.
I saw that.
But Middleton did tie him up, correct call was made. And let's see what happens here. Middleton with size wins the tap easily.
Slapped it forward there to big Devontae Upson. Upson out on the wing now, trying to spread out the court here. They're going to use a little bit of space here. Driving to the hoop, lays it off, and there's the two-hand slam.
Nice wraparound pass
Beautiful
there by Middleton.
Pass. You got to give props to the guy that's giving it up because the sharing is the caring part here.
Yep.
Driving to the hoop, Rayshawn Simpson. Meyer gets his pocket stripped, but he gets the ball back. Upson doing it on both ends right now. He's out here at top.
Middleton
Ball
showing
stolen.
those hands.
Finish select. Here comes again.
Look out.
Yes, sir.
Look out.
The whole backboard just
Look out.
shaking right there. Devontae Upson.
Boy, I thought that was about to be a disaster if that had come down.
Unbelievable.
Beautiful.
Nick Nanastis
Floating,
right there.
floating pass on the oop there for Lotman on the assist too. Upson, I've lost track how many dunks he's had, at least half a dozen here so far today.
Could we have picked a funner game to do, Nick, huh? Nick and Nick here, the East-West connection.
Let's turn it into a video game here in Vegas.
It's a highlight film here. They've got the NBA Summer League going down at the MAC. They got to bring some cameras down here. We might have some ESPN stuff that they're missing.
Oh, definitely.
Back
No
to
doubt.
action here. I'm just, my skin is just crawling right now. I just am loving this. Big Anton Waters off the glass. Answers it here. A lot of offense going on here. Maybe not enough defense, but we're still having fun.
Yep.
73-57. It's not out of hand here, but Windsor Express has just battled back here. They were down by as much as 27 points. Driving to the hoop, off one leg, off the back iron and out. That was the man of the hour here, the man of the first 10 minutes, Roger Lotman here. Scored 14 points in the first period here for the Finnish select team. Went off of 1 foot right there. Ball bounced high off the back iron and out. He'll get 2 free throws here. Getting ready to check in here for the Finnish select team. Big 7'1" Connor Voss from the Columbia Lions coming into the game. Nick, you mentioned earlier this second session here, Session B's had a lot of professional players in this one. Most of them from Europe or Canada, Australia. Been in here showcasing their skills, wanting to get another opportunity for a professional career.
Yeah, and I would say that if you're 7-1, you're going to draw a lot of scouts' attention for sure. Columbia University well represented in this tournament, not just with Connor Voss, but we saw Jeff Colby put in a lot of work throughout the 5 days as well, the 6 days.
Anton Waters on the glass, gets the rebound. First shot no good, goes up a second time. Looks like it's going to be a jump shot or a foul. What are they?
I think it's a jump. I think Waters was tied up midair and landed.
Yes,
Upson, I think, got the right hand on the ball from behind. Waters wanted a foul. Instead, it's a jump ball.
Well, Upson's done everything here. He'll probably be pushing in the bleachers and sweeping up at the end of the game here. The guy's done absolutely everything in the game.
I think he's going to drive us home. Forget about Ron. Let Ron have a night off.
There's Connor Voss with a 15-footer. Needs to call out the bank shot, though, if he's going to bank that. Went off the iron to the left.
Meanwhile,
Upson.
the foul is on Upson. He's the man who hit the floor there.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about him doing everything. He figured he'd show us he could add a foul there. It's his first one of the game, I believe. Going to get a timeout here. 5:52 remaining in fourth period here. 74-57, the Finnish select team leading. This is the last game of the tournament, Nick Anastas. We played 23 games before this, and time just flew by, my man.
Yeah, it's been a fun week for sure. It's gone by, and it was all made possible way back in 2008 by a guy named Daryl Reshaw, and he's actually going to join us, from what I understand, after the broadcast. He'll take my seat, he'll take my headset, and the two of you guys can chat. But listen, the basketball, I think, has lived up to the expectations. Frankly, I didn't know what really to expect from an athletic standpoint coming in at the beginning of the week, but these guys have more than lived up to the hype. I mean, sure, we've seen a couple of missed shots, some missed dunks, maybe some turnovers, periods of sloppiness, but by and large, these are the country's best athletes. They're on display. They're doing what they do best. They're hoping to continue on at the professional level, a lot of these guys, and boy, oh boy, it's been a treat to be courtside for all 23, now 24 games.
Absolutely correct, and I've got to tell you, Nick Anastas, you've lived up to the hype. They were telling me when you were coming.
I don't know about that.
You've been fantastic, Nick. I'm not kidding you. Really enjoy working the games with you. Shot on the way is going to be called for a foul. That's Anton Waters. A little fall away from the left corner pocket there. Foul's going to be called on Devonta Upson. Got a little bit of his wrist there. Anton Waters has really showed well in this tournament too, Nick. He's a player, great body, 6'7", 240 pounds, real stout and strong. Showed that he can shoot the basketball very well from all over the court. I like to say that there's no shot that he won't take that he doesn't like, okay, and that he can't make, okay, that's for sure.
What's most impressive to me is the footwork and the low post moves. He's got a number of head fakes, and again, he's quick enough to take bigger defenders off the dribble and nimble enough to stretch the floor, as you mentioned, and knock down the outside shot.
And that's where we've seen the NBA this year. The Golden State Warriors won their second title in 3 years here, and we've seen now that the NBA really likes to see the three-point shot, especially from the bigger players where they can stretch the court and open it up. So
yeah,
these guys that are 6'7", 6'8", 10, whatever, they can shoot the outside shot. They're going to get some eyes looked on them. People are going to notice them. Here's Waters with the basketball. He's going to take it into the hoop against the 7'1" Waters, and little teardrop over the top and into the basket. Well done, Anton Waters, as he challenged Connor Voss.
Yeah, he shortened up his release a little bit there to get the ball out quicker, and that, I think, made the difference. Meanwhile, just 15 again, 5 minutes to go.
Hanging around, Windsor
Hanging around
Express.
is right, yep. I think perhaps Coach Larkis's guys thought this was in the bag a long time ago.
And I might have to be, that might be one of my, I have to have said, I didn't think they would be able to come back, and they still might not be able to, but they haven't given up, and we've seen it. Here they are in the break. Here's Waters. Two-hand hammer slam.
13.
Anton's coming down. He's got his tongue out. He liked it. We all did.
Yeah, he's a fun guy off the floor, too. We got to speak with him a couple of days ago. He said he was here to get the paper, and we all know that means a paycheck.
Boy, Nick. I like how you do the behind-the-scenes work, Nick. That's what a pro does. There's a left-hand bank shot. 7'1" Connor Voss used a beautiful little pivot to the left, high off the glass, drops it through. It keeps the lead right there at 15 points. Back and forth. Devontae Carter drives to the hoop. Little hook shot. And gets them one.
I thought he might have dragged that pivot foot when he reversed direction after giving up the dribble. I was mistaken, but heck of a play, three-point opportunity. And again, down to 13. If they can get the free throw, they're only down a dozen. That's the closest they've been literally since the first 3 or 4 minutes of the ball game.
Devontae Carter goes to try to make and he does, completes the old-fashioned three. He's representing the Harlem Globetrotters here really well. Had a great second half. Just as you mentioned, we got a ball game here. 76-64, 3:56. Windsor Express not going away and not giving up. These guys are going to give it 100% till the last tick of the clock. There's a steal on the break. Tucker goes up, lays it nicely off the glass, and it's been cut to 10 points with 3:38.
The Windsor bench, they could smell it.
Miko Larkis is up. He's going to bring in some new ingredients for the pot. He's going to stir it up. Good defense. Driving to the hoop, Devonta. Upson and again. A hammer slam with 2 hands.
He laid off the rim that time. Didn't want to smash the glass.
Took it a little easier. You can see that. Back on offense here, the Windsor Express. Waters pump fake. Drives to the hoop. Little scoop shot and in. Beautiful touch by Anton Waters as he's snipping the paper.
He sure is. He's been the man here in quarter number 4, no doubt. He's been the catalyst.
He wants the green paper is what he's looking for with the basketball. Orris drives to the hoop, dishes it off to the 7-1. They were down 29 points. I got to believe there was some huge odds right there, and I kind of referred to that. This Conor McGregor fight coming up here in Las Vegas with Roger Mayweather coming up here shortly. We saw the hype yesterday was the weigh-ins, and the odds did drop substantially. At one point, I think you had to bet $4 on Roger Mayweather and Floyd Mayweather to get $100 on Conor McGregor. So
really?
You talk about some odds
25 to 1?
Oh, yes. On the free throw line trying to complete the play, and he does. Chris Daniels cuts the margin, 78-71.
I thought he might have stepped out of bounds instead of foul here on the near sideline. Down to 7, unbelievable.
2:36 left, a lot of game left here, and we've seen some crazier things happen here. Nothing like this, though, Nick. If they were to come back and win this game, this would be just a monumental comeback for the Windsor Express. Got to give a lot of credit to Coach Scott Newman. He never stopped coaching. Driving to the hoop, laying it in and off the glass. A huge basket right there.
That's
Rayford Worsham to the hoop, Nick.
Beautiful spin move there, and just a sense of spacing off the dribble. A little uncanny there. He just had enough room to twirl to his left and finish. He knew it. Strong enough upper body-wise to absorb the contact and earn one more.
Yeah, great call, Nick. 360, really. He was all the way to the right, spun all the way around, finishes the play with a left-handed free throw, drops it through, extends the lead back up to 10. 2:22 left here.
Yeah, and it may have slowed the momentum a little bit of Windsor. Let's see.
Anton Waters backing his way in. He wants it. Turns, fakes, little jump shot. He gets the foul called. Anton Waters working real hard down there in the paint. Couple of spin moves. Came up with a little draw shot. Didn't get iron, but he did get the foul call. Stops the clock, though. That's what they want to do. Extend this game here. Keep the game as long as they can and make some hay here at the free throw line.
Yeah, that's where he's most comfortable, right? Down low. Power forward, I would say, first and foremost. That time, just old school. I'm going to go at you. I'm going to pound it into the floor, and I'm going to make you stop me or foul me. The latter is what happened.
Yep, 240 pounds. 1 out of 2 free throws he converts. Full court press here by the Windsor Express. They're going to try to quicken the pace of the game here. Get a turnover. There's a nice ball pass. Driving to the hoop now. Rayford Worship lays it in and up over the rim. He showed a slashing move right there. Used his left hand, 6'5" out of Jackson State University.
And that's the scoring mentality that we saw in the first half. Attack, attack, attack. They're getting back to that now that the game is tightened.
On the dribble drive, pulls up, kicks it out. Driving to the hoop now, blocked. Here comes the finish select. Let's see what they do here. The two-hand slam.
The 2-on-0 there, easy one for Worsham, and I think Coach Lark is finally starting to breathe a little easier now that the lead is pushed back up to 13 with 90 seconds.
Yep, Worsham 6 straight points there for the Finnish select team.
Yep.
Kind of single-handedly gave them some breathing room.
And closed it out.
Now stolen by Oris.
Oh, just
Wow, there's a hammer slam. Thank you very much, Devontae Upson.
Why not?
We got to salute him right there.
Yeah, that was just for you, I think, Nick.
That was. I'm standing right now saluting Devontae Upson. Beautiful. Gave us the whirling dervish right-hand slam. We've seen his whole arsenal of slams right there. For gosh sakes.
That one was Dominique-esque.
I've got to
for
get
sure.
a tape of this game here because this is a highlight film.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of dunks. I think we've seen more dunks this game than we've seen all day, right? In the previous 3 games combined.
Absolutely. Devonta Upson from the Helsinki Seagulls. Now that team had some special talent on it. Hey, if he hasn't caught in the eye of somebody, I certainly will be disappointed, Nick.
Oh, he's going somewhere for sure. He's too skilled not to.
And I think
get
he's
a
going to
deal.
get a little bit of green paper. Do you
Yeah.
we agree on that?
I would hope so.
Here we go, back to live action. Windsor Express with the ball. Jump shot on the way, three-pointer. Comes up just a little short. Tried to save it. It's going to be Finnish select basketball. 1 minute and 8 seconds remain here in the final period of the final game of the Global Basketball Summer League Tournament. And it's been a royal feast here for the Finnish select team and Devonta Upson. And driving to the hoop and laying, Michael Oris. These guys are going to play till there's no ticks left on the clock.
Yep.
Oris drove in there with a beautiful dribble drive, laid it off the glass with his left hand. Michael Oris from South Dakota State University, 6'2". And there's the big hand for Devonta Upson coming out of the game. I'm certainly going to give that man a standing ovation because he was a highlight sensation.
Yeah, he was worth the price of
Checking
admission.
into the game here for the Windsor Express, my man Donta Pittman, 6'1" out of William and Carey, getting ready to come in and finish this off. With the basketball, Tucker, a little dribble drive, steps back, feeds it in now to Devontae Carter, backs his way and gives it back to Tucker. Tucker on the way, off the back rim. Jump shot on the way, off the front rim. Finnish select with the basketball. Clock running down, 32 seconds remaining in the game. There it is, another one! Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they're going to run the floor. They don't care what the score is.
Ron Spencer. I'm going to stand up and give the boys a standing ovation because this has been a highlight sensation right here at the Doolittle Community Center. Nick Mattis along with Nick Anastas. We are the East-West connection here, right? We used to be called Nick and Nick in the morning, but we finally got an afternoon game, and thank God we did, Nick. This has been just a highlight film.
Yeah, it sure has. It's taken on kind of a video game feel where one team was dominant. They're up 30-plus in the second half. We've seen dunks. We've seen high fives. And then the other team started to take the bull by the horns. Windsor Express, Coach Newman, guys deserve credit for battling back, cutting what was a 29-point lead down to 7 is remarkable and fun along the way, as you mentioned. We've seen dunks from both guys, but the really standout is Devonta Upson for just one dunk after the other, where his chin, it looked like, was up above the rim.
We're going to have a free throw here. One shot, up and in. B.J. Watson pops one in there for the Finnish select team. And, boy, this is, you know what, I'll tell you, Nick, $10. Anybody that paid $10 and got in here for this game got their money's worth. This was just a fun game to watch, as all the games were here in the Global Basketball Summer League Tournament. We had maybe one game that was a little lopsided, but of the other 24 games, they've all been really entertaining. There's Donta Pittman in the game there, and he just got fouled. He's going to go to the foul line here for three shots, I believe. Yep, he's going to get 3 free throws. Well, Nick, we got 23.8 seconds left here to kind of just wrap this thing up here. And I'll tell you, I think everybody's done it's a fantastic job here at the Global Basketball Summer League. And Everything starts with Daryl Reshaw, the executive director.
Who I think is scheduled to join us, but
I'm hoping
not
so.
sure.
He's standing right over there. We see him.
Yeah, we'll
somebody's
see.
Somebody's going to go get Daryl Reshaw and have him over here at the end of the game. Our Sidney Carriero, our sideline reporter, is going to get over there and get Daryl. I see him over there in his nice T-shirt there. He's got a blue one on today. A lot of times he's wearing orange here, but
he's repping the Global Basketball Summer League wherever he goes, for sure.
Absolutely here. And I want to give props to Cottrell here. He's Cottrell Macklin here. He's been kind of running our ship here, the media here, and done a fantastic job along with Todd Bonacki, Nick Anastas, Matt Fowler. Everybody's done a great job here, play-by-play in color.
Walt Lanier needs a shout-out for sure.
Walt El Tigre Lanier, Danny Jackson from Atlanta, Georgia. Beautiful gal. Kelsey Wright Johnson. My co-mate there from California, Sidney Carriel. I'm going to stand up here and give the boys a standing ovation. That was an excellent performance by both teams. Loved it. Mac Arvidsson going by here. There's Pittman. There's the man of the hour, Devonta Upson. I'm feeling you, my man. Thank you. Well done right there.
Yeah, a lot of fun for sure.
Give some props here to our man Adam Evans, who ran the PA system here. His partner Dominic Calabrese.
Dean on the stats.
Dean on the stats. Thanks a lot, fellas. What a ball game we had right there. Highlight sensation, well officiated. And that's going to do it here for the Global Basketball Summer League. We're hoping to get the executive director, Daryl Reshaw. Hey, Daryl. What's going on? Get over here.
Here he comes. I'm going to step out of the way. I'm going to give him my headset, and you guys go at it. How's
Thank
that
you so
sound?
much, Nick Anastas.
Let me get a
from New
camera on
Hampshire.
you, too.
Okay. Got Daryl Reshaw coming over here to sit down with me. Daryl Reshaw here, the executive director of the Global Summer Basketball League. We just concluded our last ball game here. Nick Matt is here with the executive director, just sitting down here. Got to tell you, Daryl, this is the first time I've been part of this, and I can't tell you how much I enjoyed this so much here. You've gotten jobs. It's the 10th season that you've done this. You've gotten over 700 jobs for players, media people, officials have come here. This is a format that nobody else has thought about and set up except for you, my man. Tell us about how this all started. How did you think about this? I know you've had a long career yourself. You played over in Europe for, what was it, 16 years or something?
Played 13 years
13
in Europe,
years.
about 7 different countries. This whole process started, just being a former player that had transitions from being a player to a media advertising executive, then into the agency business, then just being in the market and looking at the exposure camp market. You saw so many exposure camps throughout the United States that were just always 2 agents and 40 players, and they're charging these guys money, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
It's like, hold up, you could have just took the top 2 players and just took them a year. You didn't have to charge these other guys any money.
Yeah.
So I think I was working with Eurobasket at the time, and we thought about just having events for Eurobasket, and we thought of this concept, Summer League concept. And back in the day, I played in the Summer Leagues, the San Francisco Pro-Am, the Denver Pro-Am, the NBA Summer League. Yeah. And when it was at Loyola Marymount, and as an agent, I used to frequent the Treviso Summer League, which was the greatest event in Europe as far as I'm concerned. I used to go there, put a player in a league, and had similar type of format. It had the credentials. It didn't have the television portion, but it always had pro coaches, had high-level players, and it always provided a platform for the players to get exposure, and it was a platform for agents to go to network with all the people in the industry. Yeah. So when we start thinking about the whole Summer League format, let's create a Summer League format here in Vegas that actually worked. And this is our 10th summer, 4 years as the Eurobasket Summer League. This is the 6th year as the Global Basketball Summer League. And since we're a media property, not only you have coaches, agents, and scouts that come and use this as a platform to train, but the media platform actually provides visibility and exposure as well.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, appreciate that. This is an opportunity for me.
Exactly.
And I just can't tell you enough. the athletes that came here were superb. The officiating, superb. Cottrell Macklin does a great job working the media here. Walter Lanier there, our man right there.
Technical guru.
Oh, just listen, I can't tell you, this is such a great thing you're doing for everybody, giving people opportunities to become professionals. And I just can't tell you enough. And I want to touch a little bit about you. You know, you represented the U.S. and won the under 50s, right?
Yes, I played in 2015.
Yeah.
There's the Masters basketball circuit here in the United States. The top event in the United States is the Masters Basketball Association Championships in Coral Springs. Yeah, Coral Springs. So I went there and played, and we won the USA Championship. So I was actually selected to represent the U.S., and we had a couple of ex-NBA players, Billy Thompson, Greg Kite. Oh. Then former overseas pro, we had me and a guy named, what's the other guy? Hold up, let me think.
No problem, take your time. Listen.
We had a few players, but anyway, there was a few overseas professionals. Then it's an opportunity for master athletes to compete against ex-professionals, ex-Olympic, ex-national team players. So we won it in 2015. Then in 2016, we went to Costa Rica and played in the Pan American Championships, and we won that.
Wow.
So I was actually supposed to play on the 55 and over team, but it was going on at the same time as the Global Basketball Summer League, so
well,
had
thank
to sit
you.
one out.
You had to take one for the team. We call that, my man, okay? But listen, I can tell you this. I've watched this tournament, and I guarantee you, you've had over 700, I think the number's around 700 people become professionals. I guarantee you from this tournament, there's going to be many.
At least 50.
Oh,
50 to
many,
60,
many.
yes.
And we already know there's been some. We've heard Bridgeport and a couple already have. And I'm hoping to get somebody to notice me because I've had a heck of a fun time doing this. And I got to thank you so much for this format, okay? You reached out to people around the country and said, hey, I'm going to put on a tournament. Come here right now. Right now, Las Vegas is the hotbed for basketball.
Exactly.
We've got the NBA three-point attempt going on over here pretty quick here shortly. And I think it started already, and people can go to the Mac Center. And I'll tell you, if somebody was at the Mac Center, didn't come over here and see this last game here, this was a highlight reel here today. Devonta Upson did a great job. All right, they're giving me the signal to shut it down. See, they know I can talk here. And I want to thank you again, and I think everybody here wants to thank you for putting this beautiful the Global Summer Basketball League tournament on. It was a big success.
And I would like to thank all the media staff, including yourself and all the camera people, all the play-by-play, the reporters. In addition, I'd like to thank the NBA, their participation by having their referees out here training, and all the sports marketing staff and the administrative staff. They did a good job. And our in-house Dean Gonzalez and Louis Lofton and Ricky George, they've been with me the last X amount of years, and they've done an excellent job. And I think this was a tremendous tournament.
Yeah,
and we're looking forward to taking it even to the next level.
Very good.
In the future.
All right. Well, I want to give one last shout-out to AV Live. They gave us all the equipment here. Bill is the owner of that, and they gave us all the equipment, done a great job. Him and his son came here, and thank you so much for joining us here. I'm going to sign us out here from the 2017 Global Summer League Basketball is over, and it was quite a success. Thank you so much.